Hello, I'm James Clark from the Department of Physiology at King's College London, and in this short tutorial I'm going to show you some of the more advanced features of Kaltura Capture. Once you've loaded Kaltura Capture on your computer, you'll be presented with a floating box as you can see on the screen. On this floating box you have the interface with Kaltura Capture. On the left hand side there is the big red record button, and next to that are three options for controlling the screen recording, the camera recording, that's your webcam or integrated camera in your laptop, and audio recording. Before you start using Kaltura, you'll need to make sure that these are set up correctly so that you record either the correct part of your screen or the correct audio interface. By clicking on the little blue icons on the top, you can turn on or off these functions. So if I click on the camera icon, it will turn off my webcam for this recording. By clicking on it again, I can turn it back on again. And you'll see a preview of the webcam in the bottom of the screen. Underneath each of these icons is a drop-down list which allows you to select settings for each device. So for instance here, at the moment, it is selecting the full screen, so it will recall all of my monitor. You can select an area, and you can drop down this list and choose what area you wish to record. These are the defaults that are included with Kaltura Capture, but you can ignore those and stretch this box to any size you like on your screen and record various parts of your screen. This is particularly useful if you just want to record a given window or a given application. So for the moment I'm going to cancel this and leave it recording the full screen. Under the camera option, you can select your webcam. There we are. And you can choose, if you have different webcams, to select your different webcams. I only have one webcam on this computer, so I'm going to leave that as it is. The resolution and the recording size of your webcam is set up elsewhere, and I'll show you in a second how to select that. Lastly, the audio. You need to drop down this list and select the source that you are going to be recording from. As always, I will select my Rode microphone, but you can select any other audio device you have on your computer as a source for the audio recording. For some more advanced options, you can click on the Manage button. This will take you to your library. If you've made previous recordings, they will be shown here on the library screen. On the left-hand side under the Library tab is the Settings tab. This is where you can set the quality of your camera recording, the quality of your screen recording, and some other options relating to your cursor and where Kaltura desktop recording software goes when you hit the record button. With camera recording quality, if you intend to show the video full screen, I would recommend you choose the highest resolution available to you. In this case it's 1080 HD resolution. Equally with the screen recording quality, I would recommend you choose the highest recording quality, as this will allow the best playback on all devices. Underneath this you can choose the name of the file that you will be recording. For instance, it is automatically calling this Kaltura Capture recording, but I might want to call this lesson or your module code or whatever. Underneath this you can choose whether your cursor is highlighted, and I would certainly recommend leaving this on if you're recording your screen or giving a presentation. And the last option here is whether the software auto-minimizes while you're recording. If all you're doing is recording your full screen and giving, let's say, a PowerPoint presentation, then you are going to want to auto-minimize when you record. However, if you're going to do some of the more advanced features of Kaltura desktop recording, I would leave this off and select the No button, because there are extra functions that you might want to access during your recording. When you're happy with these settings, just click on the Save button, and then your software will return to the desktop recording interface and save all of your preferences. So now we're back on the recording window and we're ready to do a screen recording. While in this demonstration I don't have anything to present on the screen, we're going to start a recording and use some of the more advanced features of Kaltura Capture to demonstrate what they can do. So I'm going to click on the Start button. You will get a short countdown on the screen, and then the software will start to record your desktop. You can see this is evidenced on the right hand side of the screen. Since we told the software not to hide the Kaltura interface, we can see it recording on the bottom right hand side of the screen, we can have access to the stop button, a pause button, a cancel recording button, and next to that we see a timeline showing us the time that we've currently been recording up to. Next to there is a button that indicates that we are recording with the microphone, and next to that is a small icon which shows a pen. And it's this pen I wish to click on now to show you some of the more advanced features. When you click on this icon, you'll get brought up a small floating box which includes a number of icons showing draw, arrow, text, cursor and select. Next to that are some colour selectors, a trash can and this button here which is the whiteboard. By clicking on the whiteboard, you bring up a white screen on the screen in front of you which allows you to do drawing on. This is one of the cool features of Kaltura Desktop that allows you to record annotations and drawings. So by selecting a colour from the palette and the drawing tool and choosing your line thickness on this scroll on the right hand side, you can now draw on the screen using your mouse. If you have access to a drawing tablet, you can then use that to draw on the screen using the available tools. However, if you're just using a mouse, you can still draw various things on the screen. Using the icons, you can annotate this with arrows, and you can add text to your masterpiece. If at any time you want to move anything around, you can click on the Select tool and move your text, move your arrows, or move your drawings. In this way you can animate and articulate your designs with your students or colleagues. If you want to clear your screen and start again, just click on the Clear button, the whiteboard is wiped and you can start again. So I'm just going to draw a few little things on the screen here. Once I've completed my drawing, if I click on this button on the top right hand side that says Save, I can save this entire whiteboard as a PNG file to one of the folders on my computer, and maybe I can then upload this later for students to access. Your annotations are not limited to the whiteboard. For instance, if I close the whiteboard, choose the annotation tool and a suitable colour, and then draw on my desktop, the drawing will also appear on my desktop. In this way you can be demonstrating desktop software or web resources and use the cursor and drawing tools to highlight options you wish the students to note. Again, when you're happy and want to delete these annotations, just click on the Clear button and they'll all be deleted. At any time you can pause your recording by clicking on Pause Recording, and for instance now you can load up a different piece of software to demonstrate how it might work to demonstrate to your students. Once you're happy that you're ready to go again, just click on the Resume Recording button and things will kick off where you left off. Once you're happy with your recording, just simply click on the Stop Recording button and Kaltura will ask you if you're sure you want to stop, in which case you say yes. Upon completion, Kaltura will send you back to the Library tab in the Edit window. You'll see here two video streams, the recording of my desktop and the recording of my webcam. If you want to, you can play through this, you can scroll through using the timeline and see all the recordings that you have made. You can change the title, description and add any tags you wish to add to this recording. If you don't like the recording, you can press the delete button down here and it'll wipe the recording off your computer. Bear in mind that at this point your video has not been uploaded anywhere and the only copy you have is on your local computer. At this point you can choose to save and upload your video and this will upload it to the Kaltura server and make it available for you on Keats. Alternatively, you can just click on Save and this will allow you to save it locally on your computer. We're going to do this now. This is now saved the lesson and it is saved within my library. I can still choose to upload it should I wish to, or I can choose to delete the file from this library window. At any point I can click on the lesson and I can go through and look at the video. You cannot edit this video in the desktop application. You will need to upload it to the Kaltura server. And in another tutorial I've shown you how you can do basic video editing in the Kaltura app online. If you found this tutorial useful, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel.